Wow, welcome to this monster drink is crazy. Yo, Callie, explain to them how it was when I walked in here before I had this monster.
Doc, you was real dry until you had this Monster Energy drink right here. I'm telling you, like, this is a picker-upper.
I said I drank this monster drink. Y'all got to get with the program, champ.
Welcome back to the Beat 139. I'm Doc.
I'm Don Vito. How y'all doing this evening?
I'm KD Outlaw. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thanks for coming back.
Lady Ray.
All right, we got my man here, the life of the party, Peter Shue. How you doing, Pete? What's up, bro? Good to have you here, man.
How you doing? I'm glad you could have me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
I want to read a little bit on the people that don't know about Peter Shue, the younger people, and give them a little history on Peter Shue and who Peter Shue is. A true story about a universally known superstar ex-boyfriend, New York City celebrity party promoter, gangster, Peter Shue. Peter Shue had the power to transport his dreams into reality. Everyone who attended Peter Shue's party, from the average Joe and Jane to people like Wendy Williams, Diddy, Mike Tyson, Mary J. Blige, Keith Sweat, Heavy D, Richard Pryor, Woody Harrelson, etc. Peter Shue treated everyone like VIP. You will be surprised at what pop movie star helped set him up. Struggling to get out of the game, Peter Shue meets the unscrupulous Hollywood vixen, Miss Popstar. Hell hath for no fury as a woman scorned. Miss Popstar desperately wants Peter to be her boy toy. She showers him with money and wild sex. Also included in the book, New York City Daily News article, Witness, Titles on Stars, Ex-Pal by Helen Peterson, Daily News, LP.
Uh-oh.
Peter Shue is a legend in society. He's a close friend of mine, and he's a real dude. And we brought him onto the show because we felt that it's a need for Peter Shue to get on the show, because we wanted to talk about things that, like some real stuff that we need to hear in today's society. Me and Doc know him for a long time. He's a good friend of ours, and it's like a pleasure to have Peter Shue on the show. How you doing, bro?
Well, thank you for coming.
Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. But first of all, there was a mistake in what you said. She never spent no money on me. I spent money on her.
Oh.
Back in them days, I had my own money. I didn't need her.
Absolutely.
See
Yes,
what
you
I'm
did. I know about that.
saying? So that's what it is. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Doc, good seeing you again.
You know.
Already know.
All right.
We're going to talk about Doc later on, but right now let's talk about
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So, what you want to get to?
Yeah, man. All
I
right,
want to
so-
talk about this book you have.
Okay, shoot.
And please tell us more about the book and where people can pick it up. And
Well,
what.
the book was written in 1998 by me in Otisville. Matter of fact, Doc was with me. So I wrote the book, and I never wanted to publish it because I wanted to wait till I come home. But my cousin taught me into doing it. Well, I got an offer. I forgot the lady's name. She offered me $300,000 to publish it, and I said no.
Okay.
So I wanted to wait and do it myself. So we ended up self-publishing ourselves, and my cousin put some stuff in there, but it's basically my story. And the whole thing is, I kept it as truthful as I can, but I had to change things up in places because I don't want to get nobody else in trouble, because I'm a real dude and we don't, ain't no telling in us.
Right, so you changed some names.
Names and places.
When did this book become published? 2013?
Sometime in 2000.
So it's been like
something.
20 years that you had this book.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you finally brought the dream to reality.
Yes.
All right, I want to jump in for a second, right? Before we go more into the book, we wanted Peter Shue. Tell everybody, about who Peter Shue, where Peter Shue come from. How Peter Shue got the name as being a legend. Let's take it back, because me and you we got a history, and I know you for a long
How far
time.
you want me to go back though?
Let's take it back,
He's
man.
gonna
Let's talk
break it
about
down.
the
It's like
sequence
Bronx heavy
blazes and
tonight,
all that
Ron.
type of stuff. Let's talk
Okay.
about Shabanatos, man.
Oh, well, that was
Let's talk about,
19.
let's
All
talk
right.
about
Very
that.
beginning.
I thought you wanted to
There
go
you
to the stick-up days.
Yeah,
We go from 1988.
That's
We go from
fast
1988. We go from
We can
1988.
do that, man. Let's give me a little history on you, man.
1988. I'm not gonna go to before that. In 1988, when I came home for the armed robberies, I started throwing. I started selling drugs, and I was making money selling drugs, and we was doing so much successful business. So my friends was like, "Damn, we making so much money, but we ain't enjoying ourselves." So I was like, yo, listen, man, what you want? You can't have both. You needed two. So, so they said, listen, Peter, your birthday coming up. So they said, let's throw a birthday party. So that was my first party. I had Keith Sweat performing, In Touch performing, and it was a black tie affair. V and Owner was there. And, the party was so successful, my team was like, yo, come on, man, we got to keep doing it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I was like, I said, okay, we'll throw once in a while. So we started throwing it. I had Mary J. Blige perform.
Wow.
I was giving all the DJs shots to DJ and all the Wendy Williams and all them people was getting paid for me to come to the to do things at the party, host or whether Dougie Fresh, so the comedians. Shout out to Tracy Morgan. I just seen him do the OG show. That was nice. I was there for his filming in Harlem. But we did. The party thing was getting so good. So now I got caught up in being a drug dealer / celebrity. So it was like and then me and this brother right here to the right. We both had the same clothing taste at the time because he's getting money, I'm getting money. So we started to race down the Chavanados and like they'll give us a call and be like, what they got in. And me and him would race down and try to get it first because we're going to that party. We're going to the same party.
Right.
So we
Gotta be fresh to death.
so we playing them out with we got every gator belt, so we playing around like my gator can eat your gator. When we in the parties and stuff. We had the full length minks and all that. So the Rolexes, everybody was, bling bling. So we was enjoying ourselves, but people was thinking I was a celebrity then. I mean, people was on Video Music Box. They asked me to do people asked me to take pictures. One time this guy asked me to give him an autograph for his daughter. So I'm thinking it's a game. I'm looking around thinking my team is trying to get the joke on me. So I'm looking around, but he was dead serious. He said, "Yo, my daughter is in love with you." She was about 7 years old. I was like, wow. So I signed the autograph for him and stuff and gave it to his daughter. So, I was getting, before I got locked up, I was getting ready to get out the game anyway because I was going to open up a club and I was supposed to do a record label with my man Chaz, who's got a movie coming out soon too. Shout out to him. And
You said Chaz?
yeah, he has a movie
Chaz,
coming out.
Chaz.
So me and Chaz was close.
Black Hand,
That was Black Hand Production. So that's one of my
yeah.
people. And it used to be me, Chaz, Big D, all the time together, and my man Mikey and them. But the whole thing is I was going to open up all legal stuff, clothing line, music business, movie stuff. But I wasn't writing movies then, but I was thinking this is how people supposed to think. Dream big, make it happen.
Yeah.
Don't think that you have to just do a 9 to 5 and go back and forth because you get stagnated. You don't have to go. I go to job for 8 hours, come home, cook, go to sleep, get up, go to the same thing.
Right.
I'm not with that. I'm with I don't deal with workers. I deal with bosses. So my whole team was bosses. There was nobody that couldn't boss. If I had died or went to jail back in the day, next man up, he would have took over because that's what I taught them or they learned themselves. So everybody that was ever around me and people know who they was, those are all bosses. So when we be places, even Suge Knight wanted to know who was the boss. But he came over when he was here one time in New York and asked, he said, "I think you the boss." But nobody could claim that because we're a team and our team was so strong. We don't say who the boss is.
And
We are the
if people
bosses.
today had those same freaking morals and stuff, then we would go farther as a people, like we were saying earlier.
See, I don't
And
make
it's a shame.
I don't make a decision on my own. Like right now, if it's 5 of us here, we all vote. Why? Because especially when I was in the drug game, if I make a bad decision and it gets us 25 years, which I did make a bad decision for myself, but I didn't take nobody with me. So, but if I made a bad decision, all of us go to jail, and it was just my decision, then y'all gotta hate me.
Yeah.
But if we all voted,
We made
and
this bad decision
it was a
together.
team decision, so you can't tell me nothing. Y'all had your chance to vote, y'all voted against it or with it, and we lost. And that's how it always was. So when I went to jail on my own. Everybody was telling me, "Yo, don't do it, don't make the move, don't make the move." It was a drought. I made the move anyway. So, but I never included nobody. And the dude that was in my car, even though he's something else, I got him off the case. because he was winding in jail. And I had to go to the lawyers and tell them, listen, I want y'all to try him first. I'm gonna testify to his trial that he had nothing to do with it so he could beat the case. They was like, is you crazy? My lawyer was like, if you do that, they're gonna hang you. I said, yo, I'm built for this. This is my life. I know if something can happen to me. But for me to see other brothers come to jail with me, nah, I ain't with that.
That's very standard.
So I did my 20-something years, and my whole team stood out there.
20-something years?
21.
Wow.
Got any questions for my man Peter Shue right here, ladies? I know him very well. Doc know him very well.
That's why you're supposed to leave,
so
my
let
brother.
me see if y'all got some questions for this.
You said you
What
did
I
research
really-
on me.
No, I did. But what I would like him to do is like throw some gems to these, dry stitching guys now today. I mean, because to be honest, this is why I'm single now. Men is talking more than women, and I'm like, I'm disgusted.
Yeah.
So if I don't got balls, but I feel like they bigger than a lot of these guys out here.
You right.
So no, and I'm not a big
See,
talker.
but listen.
So what
Listen.
advice would you give others?
Listen, all right, let's go to the snitches first. I don't like them. I don't respect them because they knew what they was getting into. They knew it was going to be either death or jail. Right? We all know that. Ain't nobody that dumb to not know that. So you couldn't handle 25 years. Don't sell 25 years worth of drugs. If you can only handle 3 years, sell 3 years worth of drugs. So you get caught, you do 3 years. But for you to tell on your people, for you to tell on your people, it's corny. And every time I think about it, I get sad because I got people in jail never coming home because these niggas is rats. And that's sad to me. Because, I mean, as much as we want Guy Fisher, Underwood, Prince, Supreme, you name all these brothers that from New York, and they're all over the place. They're not even from New York that I got cool with. I'm sad every day because I won't see them no more.
See, like I don't promote, drug dealing and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, it's just like you said, if you can't do the time, don't fucking do the crime. And
Period.
it's just it's a shame and it's disgusting. It's like you're gonna drag everybody down with you, but you was right there
Making
getting
a
money
plan.
with
Yeah.
me. So then you get caught. So you're gonna bring everybody family got to be messed up because of you.
Yeah.
Nah, like
But
I
it's
grew
worse.
up
It gets
another
worse,
way.
sweetheart. It gets worse. These brothers come home from jail. The snitches come home from jail. They get everything. People harbor these snitches. They give them money, movie deals. All these movies that was made of rats. When is going to be movies made of real dudes? They making all these movies made of rats. We come home, we don't get nothing. I didn't ask for nothing. I brought stuff to the table. I didn't ask for no free handout. I brought material to the table. Look, I wrote these screenplays. I got like 6 to 8 screenplays. I wrote them. Just look at them. They won't look at that. But what they will do is, oh, shoot, this rat just came home. Let's write a movie on him. Let's get this, So the world is so unbalanced, Just like you get more crime for drug cases than you do for a child molester, pedophile, a rapist. How do they get less time than me?
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at it. Let's look at this whole thing realistically. That crime is more severe.
Absolutely.
I'm not putting no drugs in nobody.
They buy
They buy
them.
it. That's willingly wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So anybody that was a drug dealer, you didn't go whatever drug you was selling, shooting needles or whatever. You ain't stick the needle in them. You ain't make them smoke that crack. You ain't make them smoke the weed. They doing it on their own. If they don't get it from you, they don't get it from somebody else. But the way the government works, if they can't get no money out of it, then it ain't legal.
I was gonna
because
say.
back in the day they had number spots, people selling numbers, and they was going to jail. Now they got the legalized numbers. Nobody's going to jail. But what about the people you put in jail? Then you got the weed.
Yeah.
Legalized
learn
now.
how to do it.
Legalize it. You
That
should
you
go
learn
back
how
and
to
let
do it.
anybody
So-
with marijuana
so-
cases.
Y'all learn
yeah.
how to do
So
it from
people
them.
don't realize what's really going on out here. See what I'm saying? And they need to know. Stop harboring these snitches. Stop letting them back into your communities. Stop being cool with them because you become a rat lover and you just as bad as a rat.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We hear you.
So if I know somebody's no good, I'm not going around them. And listen, there's so many people I could put out there, but you know what? That's not my job. That's your job as a person to know if you take a picture with somebody, know who that person is. See what I'm saying? If you go and break bread and wine with that person, know who they are.
Okay.
Because to me, They're worthless. I don't care how the excuses they make. Oh, you didn't pay for my lawyer. Oh, you slept with my girl. All that shit handles in the street. That's the street code. You handle that in the street. Right. But when you do that, when you do all that stuff, make all the excuses to get yourself home, and then these people, oh yeah, you was right. He didn't show your lawyer. No, you're supposed to kill that nigga in the street when you come home.
Oh.
If you live in the street code,
Right.
but you don't go tell on a nigga, ruin his family. You know what I'm saying?
And
They ruin my family. My kids grew up without me. Yeah. So when I talk about this, yes, I talk in a heated environment sometimes, but it's real talk. Yeah. All my kids, 28, 26. 2 boys and 1 girl is 28. The boys is 26. But I left them at 3 and 5. So I hurt that I didn't get to spend time with them. Mm-hmm. Then my mother died. I hurt that I didn't get to spend enough time with her. Even though she held on till I got home, I hurt.
Yeah, I can see that hurt.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't tell me about these snitches. Don't tell me about forgiving. You know, I forgive everybody, but I don't forget.
Right.
And I know these dudes is worthless. They shouldn't be. They moving out. They're moving to Atlanta. The blacks move to Atlanta. The snitches. The Puerto Ricans move to Miami. But and people still love them. How can you love a person that's a snake? A snake bites again.
Yeah.
And then you got these dumb real dudes that come home and he be like, yo, I'm gonna get down with so-and-so. Knowing he a rat. Just to make some money. I'd rather be broke in the desert with no water. Right. Before I get down with the motherfucker that's told on somebody. And then they get down with, and this dude is a rat. So in the end, he has a quota to give up. These people don't realize the government's got a leash on him. He has a quota to give up. So every once in a while, they say, all right, so we let you make a little money on the street. Who can we get? No, Peter Shue. See what I'm saying? So why would you get down with somebody like that know that they're going to tell you sooner or later? Mm-hmm. So these dudes, that's why I be saying our people have no honor and respect for themselves. Yeah. Because ain't no way I'm getting down with no rat. No time. Ain't no way you going to see me hanging out with no rat. When they see me, they turn away and go the other way. You know what I'm saying? One time I was doing this basketball charity game, I think it was 2 years ago. 2 or 3, when you remember? I think it's 2 or 3 years ago. They had a rat coming to give a lecture. What the hell they got a rat coming to give a lecture to some kids? I told them, nah, scratch me off that. So you know what they did? They kicked the rat off. And they brought me on the show. And that's the only way I showed up. Man, it's ridiculous.
It could have went either way. I had to ask.
Yo, then I was on the Flex show. We was talking, and these rats calling it. I mean, I'm talking to them later, talking about, we want to come up there and do and give our little interview. And you know what I told him? I said, niggas, I said, Flex, don't let them niggas on there, because didn't y'all do enough talking? What the hell y'all want to come on the show and do some more talking for? I say, so my thing is this, if you a real dude, it comes naturally. Yeah. If you all that, he wouldn't have did that. Man, he had that inside of him all the time.
Hello.
I know one rat. I don't just want to put these names out there, but I know one rat when we was young. He wasn't a rat. He used to say, if I ever get caught, I'm telling him. We used to laugh, thinking he's joking. But and guess what? That's exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo,
somebody tell you who they are.
That's how naive we was. We fell for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's your mentor, and who inspires you? Who gave you all these morals and ethics?
I'm a big fan of Muhammad Ali. Okay. That's my hero. You know what I'm saying? So I watch him and I watch him talk and stuff like that. I watch him fight. When he lost, I cried, because he's my hero. Right. But I taught myself. Street game, I taught myself. I watched everything. I wasn't the toughest guy growing up, but my morals and my whole team would tell you, that's why everybody loved me. I could go on the street, young kids come home with me. Once I was got on the train, and these 5 dudes was looking at me, right? They was looking at me kind of hard, right? So I'm looking at these niggas. I said, oh, man, these niggas going to try me, involve me or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I said, and I was still sick. I got to tell you about that. But I was, damn, man. I ain't ready for these dudes. I ain't even shaping nothing. Yeah. So they kept gritting on me, right? So then one of them walked over. He said, yo, you Peter Shue? So I got on the defensive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So then they said,
yeah, that's me.
They said, man, my father's talking about you all the time. Can we take pictures of you? I was like, all right, let's go. Let's do it. And, and the other day, I moved, moving people came at me. They was Dominican. They said, Papi, I know who you are. No, 2 stories. Yeah. When the moving people say, I know who you are. I said, got your autograph? I was looking around. I be thinking this game. So I looked around. I said, yeah, you can get one. Then I was in the cab, or Uber, and the Dominican dude, I know who you are, Papi. so now I play around with it, Bye. Who am I? Yeah. And they be like, you the legend, Peter Shue. And I be like, wow, old dude, old timer. He says, I see you on the YouTube, Instagram. I said, wow. And that makes me proud because I always had a good name and I want to keep that good name.
Leaving a positive legacy.
My son got my name. One of them got my name. And both my sons I love to death, but one of them got my name, Peter. And when he is so proud of me because people, when they see him, they be like, you Peter Shue? And they bless him, give him money. This is when I was in jail. Yeah. Give him money, anything he want. So
let me ask you something about the your screenplays.
Okay.
I want to get into that because that's like something big that when you, like you said, you came home, now you're doing some big things. So can you get into like at least 1 or 2 screenplays, like the first one about to come out?
Well, Sexual Preference, we're doing a casting for the trailers in September. I don't have the exact date yet, and I don't have the time. Sexual Preference was one of my first screenplays I wrote. So Sexual Preference is about a serial rapist killer. And it's been done before. That's nothing, but it's a female doing it. Oh. And I wrote that in '99. So that was perceiving what this was going to be now, which is gay and lesbian and all that stuff. So this was a movie for that times. Okay. Then I wrote the next one we're going to do is called Forbidden Love. That's a Chinese gangster movie. And he falls in love with a black woman, which is illegal in their culture. Then everybody's waiting on this. So, the Peter Shue story. And that's going to be amazing. So we're waiting to do that because I'm going to make that so fabulous. Everybody's going to love that. And then I got What Men Die For that's going to be better than Scarface. And I got 2 more DNA and choices that, every couple of weeks or whatever, a dream comes to me and I put it on paper. I put the plots, the beginning, middle, and the end. And then I let my team of writers, which is all over the place. I got some in London right now working on the Peter Shue story. Wow. And a shout out to them too.
So the first one, you shooting in September. When you plan on releasing that?
Well, we're not shooting it. We're doing the casting in September.
The casting.
The shooting's going to be a trailer is only like 5 minutes, 7 minutes. So we're doing the shooting in like October, November. Then we got these people. I don't want to say the movie productions that's coming at us, but they want to see all these things, and hopefully I get the contract I want.
I think the second one would be a hit because you said like Chinese guy falling over a black woman.
You think you can play the Chinese dude?
Yeah.
I remember you had some jumping skills when we was in jail.
I definitely want to roll in the Peter Shue story.
But the black girl,
I was around the Peter Shue story, so I definitely got to get a role in this.
The Peter Shue story is gonna be major. I put my heart and soul into that.
Yeah,
so
man.
The book is not even going to be like the movie. The movie's going to be more extravagant because I'm going to really, really work on that hard. Yeah. But I did Sexual Preference and it's ready to go, and it's a fabulous movie, and everybody's going to love that. And then they're going to love Forbidden Love, and I'm going to get a lot of praises and maybe Academy Awards. But then
you better speak it.
Then the Peter Shue story is going to crush the world because it's going to tell a lot, and it's going, I'm going to have a lot of voiceovers in there, and when I do have that party where I have everybody there, all the real dudes at 10%, I'm gonna make sure I mention them in my voiceovers, and it's gonna be like, and they wasn't all there because some of them was locked up already, but I might be saying like, I sat back and looked at this one party, and the party was so good, I said, damn. I could see V, Vernon, Kevin Childs, Guy Fisher, and I'm gonna name all the brothers that I salute because they real dudes. And shout out to Kevin Childs, that's my brother, And all them dudes is real dudes, and my thing is this: I have a 10% code, and the 10% of us that's left that's not rats, that's who I deal with. So you'll see them come over and see me all the time. They come to see me and hang out with me. Ice from Boy George case, it's a whole bunch of them. So. My thing is, I just like to keep us, the lynch mob from the Bronx and lynch mob from Manhattan, I like to keep us, tight. You see what I'm saying? I like to keep us tight. So, and I had, going back to backtrack, I had got real sick in jail because I had to beat up, they racist up there, and I had to beat up the police. And they poisoned me, and I almost died in jail. Wow. Then I almost died. And when I almost died in jail, I was in Fort Dix. When I came out the hospital, Ice came up from Boy George case, and they came in my cell with about 500 dudes. And the captain was like, yo, can't be here. And Ice told them, we ain't going nowhere till you take care of our brother. And that really touched my heart. See what I'm saying? So I
They
just
saved
said
your
what they
life.
I thought I was dying, but they had so much love for me when I was in the bed. God pulled me through.
Yeah.
Then the second time when I came home, the same condition hurt me, and I almost died. But everybody came to the hospital. Shout out to Spin the Record. All the rappers and everybody came to see me, and I thought I was going there. I did go, but I came back. And after that, God sent me somewhere where I could get cured, and I'm 85, 90% now. So
It was
I'm back in the
meant.
gym.
It was meant.
It
Amen.
is.
But
I love to hear
You were
great
meant to be here.
testimony.
I love all my brothers,
And
and
love
Right.
and like the ones that didn't tell, I do anything for them. But the
right.
ones that told, I hate them because they ruined everybody's lives. And the brothers that didn't come home, those are the ones I cry for. These tears is not of sadness, it's madness because I miss Guy Fisher, Underwood, Prince. They was all with me. We was all in the penitentiary together. I miss all of my brothers because they're good dudes and I know what they're going through. Because sometimes you be walking on the compound and they walk right by you because they're bringing some fog. And, you know, people don't understand that, but I understand. When you ain't never coming home or they got you on status where you never coming home, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, you know, you lose family, and then the family ties. That's why I say, yo, go see your family. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose family ties. They ship you to Yugoslavia somewhere. You know, it's hard to,
Forget
you
all-
know.
people forget all
So
about
it's
you,
real
forget all
crazy.
about you, man, yeah.
But, you
They
know,
write you off.
this bothers me, and because I'm only one person, I can't do nothing about it. But this drug game that they doing to people, giving them life sentences, nah. They need to retract that and give them some time, but let them come home. Now the ones that got, like, you know, the ones that got bodies for the in the drug war, in the drug game. Yes, they wrong. Yes, they need to do some time. But if they didn't kill them people that killed them. So they got to realize that too. So they got to take that to account and let these brothers, because that's why they're not trying to let these brothers come home. They got the bodies. But if it's in the drug game, let them do the 25 years, right? Because they might deserve that. But if they better themselves in jail and show that they do it, like Guy Fisher got a doctor's degree.
Yeah, that's
Why not let him home? See what I'm saying? And then what kills me, they let the snitches home that order the hits. So Nicky Barnes is home. You know, he's a piece of shit. And I'll tell him that to his face. You know, no rat scares me. None. Because I feel like this. I could never let a rat beat me in anything. So I could be losing the fight. And V will say, yo, V, that nigga's a rat. And I'll get the straight from God. And I get it. But the whole thing is, let my brothers go.
You a rat, stay away from Shue.
Let my brothers go. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chaz and Tommy Foster them too.
There it is.
But
Big D and all them.
Big D and all them. That's my
Yeah,
homie.
exactly.
You know. But listen, you have to realize, man. But they have to change these laws because they locking these dudes up forever. And especially, all right, let's back to the non-violence ones. They supposed to be let out.
Yeah, they are.
There's no drug dealer should be doing more time than a pedophile and what you and what you,
Rapists and all that,
But you know
molesters
what?
and all
But
that
because most of them is white that do it, that's why they get less time.
But this justice system has never worked
You know,
for us.
you know, I lost my halfway house and you know, I'm not with my girl no more, but I lost my halfway house and I had to lie to her while I lost it. But the truth of the matter, I lost my halfway house. I was in my bed sleeping and I heard a pedophile talk about when he get home, he gonna get another little boy. So it really heated me. I got out the bed. I said, yo, what did you say? He said, you heard what I said? I slapped the shit out of him. So he went and told the police, of course. And that's how I lost my halfway house. So I never got halfway house to come home from the fence. But that being said, you know, we have to get our people home, man, because they in there for nothing. The drug game is something that they created.
Yeah.
So let my people go.
Absolutely.
But I know it's hard to let somebody know that commit murder. But if it was in the act of because these other dudes, I'm looking at what you call these dudes get manslaughter, they coming right home. How you gonna put a person in jail forever because he was gonna kill somebody and the dude's little
Self-defense.
he could easily have his little picture on. You know what it is when you get killed. Your little pictures on the newspaper. That could have been him. So he had to defend himself. So look at everybody as an individual when you go through these you know, these trials and stuff and see what dictated all this. But don't let my people rot in jail forever. Don't let the drug dealers, because these snakes is telling on them, lock in jail forever.
Yes, I definitely agree. Our producers is wrapping us up right now. We definitely, it's definitely a great interview. Definitely great. I sat back to listen. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's inspiring, man. Touch me over here, brother.
You know,
Peter Shue, man, in the building. A legend, Peter Shue. Respect this man, right? He's one of the realest dude I ever met in my life.
that
I
book
grew up
and-
with him. Get that book.
And remember,
Life of the Party,
September is
Peter
the
Shue.
Where can
the
they find your
audition.
book?
the book is on
Amazon.
everywhere. Just Google my name. It's on
Amazon.
Amazon. Fam, I Got You, iTunes, Barnes and
book.
Noble. My thing is to try to get my people home, man. That's the main thing. But I'm only one person,
Appreciate that.
so we have to come together and get our people home, because they trying to lock them up. If you gonna lock them up for that much type of time, lock them pedophiles and
Absolutely.
child
For
molesters
life.
and stuff for the same thing.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much.
Thank you, brother.